Okay, so we are going to go into PicMonkey. PicMonkey is one of my favorite little programs to sit there and use to do quick collages. Just so you guys know, I am not getting paid by PicMonkey to use it. It is just a program that I actually use. So we're going to go into collages. The great thing about collages is you can use your computer, Facebook, or OneDrive. It doesn't matter what you have, just you need to gather your images. So we're going to use my images off of my computer. But first of all, we're going to go to Google Images and actually find an image. So for this one, I put in Dream Vacation Hawaii. And we're going to go ahead and snag an image off of the internet. So go ahead and type that in. And awesome, look at all of these beautiful images. So I went ahead and grabbed one of my favorites, which is the Mooks right here. And I did a view image, or you can do a save as, depends on what you want to do. So I saved as. Now I create a folder just for my dream board, so I'm going to go ahead and save it in my dream board. And then we're going to head back over to our editor, our PicMonkey. And as you can see, these are all the images that I have in my dream board, and we're going to select a few out of those. So we're going to head back over to PicMonkey. Now you want to go into collage, and the first thing you want to do is like pick your size. And I'm going to go for 8 by 10, and guess what? I forgot to grab my images, so I'm going to need to click out of here real quick. Don't worry, we're all human, we make mistakes, so let me click out of here real quick. So go back into collage and make sure that you grab all of your images out of your folder. So I'm going to go ahead and select all my images. Now I'm using my laptop today to do this tutorial for you, so I apologize if I'm a little slow. My hands have been giving me a little bit of some problems due to my ataxia. So let me make sure I snag all those images. So the great thing about PicMonkey is you can kind of go over, and as you can see, it opens up all your images that you need. This is all the images that I opened up from that folder. And we're going to go ahead and select a size, and this is the size. I have it as 2000 by 2000. So we're going to go over and select our collage that we want. And PicMonkey, you can do different sizes, different layouts, tile border. You can have, I'm actually going to do the tile border today. We're going to leave it on tile border for the purpose of this tutorial. But if you go through, it has a Pinterest style, it has Facebook covers, it has biggie smalls, square detail, cards, and ducks in a row. But like I said, we're going to go back to tile border, and I chose this one right here. So I want to focus on the center one right here. That is going to be my main focus. Oh, and these are little swatches that you can go over and like add into the images. So we're going to add that one in a little bit later. Okay, back to our images. So I'm going to go in and focus on my main image for the center, and it is going to be my Social Security claim. I talked about this on Facebook before, not on Facebook, well, I have talked about it on Facebook, but I've talked about it on YouTube before. I have ataxia, and I just recently had to quit my job and apply for full disability. So my appointment is this week, and this is my main focus, is to have this approved. And the next thing is my health. So I'm going to scoosh that over, and as you can see, you can do it either health or happiness, and I'm going to focus on it being my health because I have a happiness image that I'm going to add right underneath, and I'm going to add this one right here that says all I am is healthy, and it talks about all the good things about being healthy, happy, and so forth. And we're going to add one more happiness underneath. There we go. I've decided to be happy because it is good for my health. And we're going to add a picture of me that is one of my favorite pictures, and that is a picture of me in Hawaii. I love this photo of me because I'm actually happy, and Hawaii makes me very happy. So the next image that we're going to add is just some images of a collage that I did a while back. It's just some images that I've taken around where I live, and on it it actually says happiness is a state of mind. And then a picture of me and my dog just recently that my husband took, and I really love this photo. My husband did a great job. And then we're going to put my husband and I'm going to put him right about here, because I want my husband to get a new job, because right now he's only kind of working a temporary job. He's not working in his field, so we're going to put new job just ahead just for him. So this is my intention for him as well, is that he gets a new job. And then I'm going to be adding a few more things here. We're going to do all bills paid, but I'm going to focus on the pay part because the image is a little large, so we're going to just kind of scooch that over. And as you can see, you can resize it if you wanted to, but we're going to scooch it over. That I just wanted to kind of show you that that could be done. So we are going to focus on the paid part, and we will add some text in later. And the next thing I want to concentrate on is, since I am really new to YouTube, I would like to have YouTube subscribers. So I'm going to add some YouTube subscribers in there. And we're going to add in some Let's Be Friends. Oops, I'm going to add in my husband real quick. Put him above him and my dog. Now we're going to do the Let's Be Friends. And I'm going to scooch that over just a little bit, just so it shows the Let's Be Friends. Now, remember that little swatches that you can go into? I'm going to add a little bit in. I'm going to drag this over. I want it over here and up. I messed that up just a little bit. I want it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to clear that out. Oh, I don't want it to clear all here. I just want that little X. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me scooch it over. Yeah, I don't know if I really want that in there. And I can't seem to get rid of this, so I think I'm going to go ahead and actually fill it back in. So we're going to go ahead and grab that again and fill that in. But as you can see, you can change that if you need to. So if you needed to add another image, you could do that, but we're going to go back and do that swatch again. And let's go. There we go. So then I want to go in and I want to change the borders. I don't like a lot of borders, so we're just going to kind of change the spacing down to 0. And then we're going to double check to see if everything is the way we want it. And just kind of like reviewing. There's nothing really else that I want to do. So we're going to go into edit mode. And we're going to open this in editor. Now here's the fun part. You can sit there and add text, you can add different varieties of little images on, you can add sayings, you can add anything you want in the editor. So for this purpose, we are going to add some text. And I want, for the YouTube subscribers, I want Thompson Sandra to have 1,000 subscribers. That is my goal. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. As soon as I find a text that I like, a font that I like. I can't make up my mind about what type of font that I want to use. And I can't spell. I seriously can't spell today. I really cannot spell today. And that is not the font that I wanted to use, but we're going to use it for right now because I can go in and change it. The great thing about PicMonkey is it is pretty much a WYSIWYZ program. It's really simple to use. Everything is right there on your fingertips. And once again, I'm going to point out that I did not get paid or I'm not sponsored by them by no means. I do pay for the professional PicMonkey site because that way I have more use of a lot of the other fonts and stuff. But it is a completely free program. It is something very simple that you can use. You don't have to have a lot of graphic design knowledge. Photoshop can be very taxing on your computer. I have Photoshop myself. You can do all this in Photoshop. You can do this in a lot of different you can do this in a lot of different other photo editing software. But this is just the one I wanted to show you because it's online, it's quick, it's simple that you can use. So I went ahead and put Hamsa Sandra 1000 because that is how many subscribers that I'm shooting for. That is my goal, is 1000 subscribers. So I'm going to add a few other little things in here. I think one of the things that I had talked about is I wanted to put pay bills. So I'm going to go ahead and look for a font for that. Now this is a new screencasting software that I am using. I actually recorded this video with my voice as I was doing this, but unfortunately it didn't keep my voice on. I have to learn this program a little bit more. So therefore I have to actually resubmit my voiceover. So if I seem like I'm a little off on a lot of the things that we are doing here, it is because I'm having to revoice everything back on the tutorial. So as you see that I just went in there, I put in bills, I put in all bills, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I went ahead and scrolled it down to put pay bills because I thought that looked better and that was more direct to the point. So once again, this is your dream board. This is setting your intentions for what you want. This is really awesome for you to do. You can do this once a week, or you can do this monthly. And then I'm kind of showing you that you can kind of go in and change the look if you want it black and white, soften it up. Just as some other features that you can use on PicMonkey that are kind of cool. And I decided that I wanted to add some really cool effects and I believe we're going down to, I'm showing you that you can use different borders if you wanted to. There's different borders, so if you wanted to make it look like more of an image, like a painting, you can. Like I said, PicMonkey is really awesome and it's really simple to use. You can just do it really, really quick and you don't have to worry about anything. So I'm going to add some really cool effects and I'm using the Comic Heroes section because I recently took off my cape of trying to be Superwoman all the time. So I figured I would add a few little icons here, and I'm going to add POW, and I'm going to put that right above my disability claim because POW, I want that to be approved and that is my main goal. So POW, let's have this approved. So that is my main intention for this week is for the disability claim to be approved. And then we are going to put right underneath the new job just ahead what will happen next. And I'm trying to put the placement of where I want it. And I want it right there. And have to resize it. So we're going to resize it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I just saved this in the same area that I saved my same folder as everything else, and that is my dream board folder. I actually created a earlier dream board, and I'm just going to overwrite the previous. So go ahead and save that. Now, my masterpiece has been saved. So now the great thing about this is you can go on to anywhere on the internet and you can post this. If you have an Instagram feed, a Facebook feed, a blog, or anything like that, you can go ahead, just type in your URL and put it where you want to. Or you can just print it out and put it out at home. I'm actually going to be posting this on my YouTube channel, and I'm actually going to be posting this on my blog and on my